In his later address to the President of Cameroon's National Assembly, Kavayege Jibril, Member of Parliament Jean-Michel Nintcheu believes that faced with the current post-electoral crisis, Parliament can no longer afford silence at the risk of letting the country sink into a major instability. According to the Member of Parliament, Cameroon is today going through one of the most serious political crises in its recent history, provoked by the proclamation of Paul Biya as the winner of the last presidential election. In his diagnosis of the situation, he says the current crisis is not an accident, but the direct consequences of an electoral process where the institutions in charge ignored warnings and warning signals by deliberately sabotaging the electoral process. The elected official notes that dozens of citizens were shot dead by police, gendarme officers, and possibly soldiers. He regrets that the exact number of deaths remain controversial between the government figures, which are less than those put forward by the victims' lawyers, local and international non-governmental organizations. The parliamentarian continues that human and material damage resulting from this crisis was entirely avoidable. Describing an explosive and bloody political climate, Jean-Michel Nintcheu accuses certain public officials of arrogance. Honorable Jean-Michel Nintcheu reminds his colleagues in Parliament that the National Assembly represents the people, not a political party or the government, and therefore refusing to do its assignment will be a national betrayal. Urging his colleagues to consider the escalation of the Anglophone crisis and the failure of Parliament to open an investigation in its early days, Jean-Michel Nintcheu warns them that repeating the same error today could lead to the country's implosion. Honorable Jean-Michel Nintcheu is demanding the creation of a parliamentary inquiry commission to establish the truth about the sincerity of the official result of the October 12 presidential election, the actual number of gunshot deaths and the exact circumstances of the shootings, allegations of arbitrary arrest, torture, detention, the existence of militias and clandestine detention centers, and responsibilities linked to the inaction of the justice system and the Human Rights Commission.